Property investing is a people's business. Hello and welcome to the Property Unleashed with me, Mark Fitzgerald. So, property investing relationships are very, very, very important. And I'm going to cover with you in this episode why they are so important and what you want to be looking out for. We always say property investing is a people's business, and it is, of course, because you are just dealing with people. It's all about building up relationships. It's all about building up the know, like, and trust. Now, whether you're working with agents, investors, landlords, vendors, tenants, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, there has to be synergy between you and who you're talking to. And this is why I always say, when you get into property investing, you want to be setting yourself up as a business, but you want to have your core values and what you offer known to you, ready to dispatch when you start talking to these investors, landlords, and agents. So what do I mean by your core values? Well, at the end of the day, you'll know all businesses out there have core values that they stand for. Whether they want to be the most high-tech, ready to put it out there on the cutting edge of technology, or whether they just stand for good standards, for good customer service. You want to incorporate that into your property business. You want to look at companies that you like to deal with, that you buy from, okay, that are really predominant in your life, and look at the core values that the business offers as to why you like those. Because 9 times out of 10, those will be very, very similar, if not the same values that you want to offer in your property business, okay? And by that, you need to be knowing what you're offering as well. So for me, when it comes to rent, we offer total transparency in our business, because I was finding that there were more and more landlords that never knew how much their rent was, how much they were getting charged for things, and they were fed up with it. They wanted a bit of transparency. They wanted to deal with somebody or a company that they could actually talk to, that they could actually have a relationship with. So we were transparent. We would look after people's properties as if they are our own properties. So any properties that we have in my rent-to-rent businesses, whether they're serviced accommodation or whether they're HMOs, we look after as if we own the properties ourselves. We take great care in the detail, and we do genuinely care about this. Now, why does that matter? Well, it matters massively when you're actually in discussions with people. I see a lot of people, particularly when they're starting out or have just joined my training program, saying, I don't know what to say to agents. I don't know what to say to landlords. And of course, we help you with that, with the scripts. But we start very early on in the training, getting you to write down your core values and your offering in your business, to give you a base and a foundation to actually be able to build your own scripts, if you like, while you're getting to remember these, while you're getting to learn these. Because when you're speaking to people, if you're speaking to a landlord looking to get a rent-to-rent deal, or a vendor who's looking to sell their house and you want to buy it, if you talk from the heart and you know what you stand for, you know what your key offering is, you know what your core values are, and it comes from you, from a place that actually is genuine, then you won't always be having to fight over price. People will resonate with that. People want to work with people. And at the end of the day, you may just be able to secure a deal because you are a genuine person going in there, finding a solution for whatever problem the property owner has. Now, whether that's rent to rent or they're selling it or whatever it is, if you can go in there, if you can genuinely help them, make it a win-win for everybody, and they like or they resonate with some of your core values or what you offer, you will get the deal. And that is as simple as that. People work with people. If you talk to a landlord and they're just all about money and you can't really help them because the numbers don't stack, you have to walk away. But sometimes, and I've done this myself, I've spoken to landlords or investors who are all about the money, all about the numbers. That's all they seem to care about. But when you speak to them about your core values and your offering and you put it in there and you build up a relationship with them, all of a sudden, yeah, they want top dollar, but they may just want to work with you as well. If you sow that seed in their head, sometimes they're quite happy to reduce their prices slightly or compromise in certain areas. If we can compromise and they can compromise to make a deal happen, some people are more than happy to do so. So when you're working with landlords, don't always assume that it's top dollar that they want. Some of them just want their asset, i.e. their property, looked after. They want to know, over the next few years that their properties are going to be maintained, that the properties are going to be looked after so their asset maintains its value. If you're looking to work with investors, don't always think you have to offer the biggest and best returns. Some investors could be scared off by that. Other investors, they may be happy with 1, 2 or 3% on their money as long as there's good security in the deals that you're doing. So if you are looking at buying a property and doing a refurb on it and you can give them first charge, you can then offer a lesser percentage in your returns because at the end of the day they've got good security on it. But if it's not, if it's going to be a little riskier, maybe they only get second charge, or maybe you can't even give them a charge, you can only do personal guarantee and it just feels a bit riskier to them, then you can offer them a higher percentage. But I see a lot of amateurs just saying, I'll give you 10% return on your money. Why? At the end of the day, they may not want it. So you need to make sure that you get out there and you ask them, what would you be happy with? And then see if there's a deal to be had. When you're talking to agents, if you know what your core values are, this is what we're looking for, this is what we want to do. We want to buy property, we want to convert it into high-end co-living and really start to bring, the market up, really start to bring house prices up in that area. It's inspiring at the end of the day. And if that agent's talking to anybody else in that area and they're saying, well, who do you think's going to buy this? Well, we've got a developer at the moment that's looking to come in and buy this and they're looking to increase the value of properties in the area. Then you're going to see people genuinely wanting you to get those deals and putting out good karma as well. And what goes around comes around in life. So make sure you know what you're standing for. Make sure you know what your offering is. Make sure you know what your core values are for you. And don't just copy everybody else's. Make sure you do stand by them and you can deliver them. Because if you can, you will have a flourishing and growing property business for the future. And as long as you maintain your core values and you maintain your offering and you continue to always look to build relationships with people before you actually want to make money from people, you will put yourself in the best position possible. Please feel free to visit thepropertyunleashed.com where we have free tools and resources and training where I help you become a better property investor. We have a free ebook for serviced accommodation. We have an ebook for rent-to-rent HMOs. We have deal analyzers and masterclasses there all the time. And if you're interested in any training, then please feel free to reach out to us as well. You can do so on the website or you can reach out to me on social media. I do offer training, obviously, in these programs, and we have coaches as well. And I do offer one-to-one coaching, of course, to help you become the best version of you possible and build a successful property business or any other business for that matter, if that's what you so desire. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Please feel free to subscribe, to like, to share, leave a comment. I'll always get back to you. And I look forward to you joining me in the next episode very soon. You take care. Bye for now.